and welcome to another episode of The Forgotten here on GameKnights. I am your host and your dungeon master, Savvy, and we're here to play Dungeons and Dragons. And I'm looking at the stream, and I'm not in the right spot.
Fuck, I'm gonna...
Please don't make me be dungeon master tonight.
So we have a little surprise. Morgan's dungeon mastering tonight.
Hey!
No, I'll just
Cry.
fuck it up.
We knew we'd get her in eventually. Surprise!
It's fixed.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Hi, everyone. You fucked it up is what happened.
I fucked it up. We just played musical chairs. We're good.
Woo! We're here to play Dungeons and Dragons. But before we do, let me tell you a little bit about what we got going on the channel this week. Obviously, you can join us here. My music just gets so loud. You can join us here every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern time for this show. Our next live stream after this will be tomorrow, Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Tabletop Tuesdays is back, and we're playing Masks. And I know this time because I'm going to be there playing along with them. I'll be there. We're playing Masks. The Squire Squad is getting up to some shenanigans, and I may be working for not the same person that they are. It's very fun for me. And then after that, we have Elegant Magics, our Good Society game, the finale, on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Very important. We're starting an hour early this week to get through the finale because Sid will be off for a couple of weeks after that. But we're going to be doing something in the meantime, so check our Twitter and stuff for that. Friday, we'll have Neon Souls. We're playing Fate. Saturday, we'll have Saturday Night's Star Power. We are also playing Fate in that game, in a Jujutsu Kaisen inspired universe, but with less eating of gross things. And then Sunday, we'll be back around for Slaying 201, which came back this week. So we got like a ton of stuff going on this week, and I'm very excited about all of it because these games are fun. These shows are wonderful. You should watch all of them. But you can find our schedule on our Twitch page. You can also find it on Twitter. You can also find it on our Discord, which you can join, come hang out with us, talk about these shows, other shows, video games, movies, memes, all kinds of stuff. And yeah. Stop posting gross stuff in chat. We literally just started.
No.
And Jujutsu Kaisen, the guy eats fingers sometimes, is what Val is talking about. You're inappropriate, and I'm gonna ban you from the channel. I don't want to talk
them
about
to the Shadowlands.
fingers. Sam's also banned.
Send them both!
I'm sending you both to the Shadow Realm. But yeah, hello, join us. You can subscribe here on Twitch as well. So if you like this shit, do that. And you can subscribe to our YouTube and all that good stuff. I'm gonna let my cast here introduce themselves, tell you who they are, where you can find them on the internet, and who they are playing tonight, starting with Sid, who is not banished to the Shadow Realm.
Why, thank you. Yet. Hi, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at GreekSid, almost exclusively talking about the crazy shenanigans that I do on this channel because I am a GGK exclusive currently. I am here on Mondays. You're here. Congrats. On Thursdays for Elegant Magics. It's the finale. Yeah, we're doing extra time, just to make sure we get through all of the fixing. We did the destroying, now we get to do the fixing part, which is gonna be great. And everyone gets a happy ending. Mostly. Yeah, and I'm on here on Fridays and every other Saturday and on Sundays too. It's a great, great time. Tonight, I'm playing Marta. Marta is a Firbolg warlock.
We love her. Next up is Morgan.
Hey, I'm Morgan, also known as Imaginatrix Online. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, all under Imaginatrix. So if you like cosplay, which is what I do, you should follow me. Currently, I am on GGK Friday nights and Sundays and Mondays now. So you can catch me any of those days. And tonight I am playing Aurelio Carlin, who is a half-elf druid of the Circle of the Coast.
And we love her too. Next up is Sam.
Hi, everybody. My name is Sam. You can also find me everywhere on the internet as Smackaroni. I am currently here on Mondays and Fridays playing in Neon Souls and here playing The Forgotten. Tonight, I am going to be playing a tiefling bard named Gladness, who's a giant mess, and we love him for it.
He's doing his best. Whatever that means. And last but not least, Val.
Hello, everybody. I'm Val at the Crown's Crown on Twitter and Twitch. You can find me here Thursdays through Mondays, playing and running games. I play a lot. I run a lot of the games that Savannah mentioned, the Fate games specifically, on Fridays and Saturdays, as well as Saturday nights. Mistborn, come hang out with us for those. They're all lots of fun. You'll see all of these faces on Friday. Tonight, I will be playing Pod, who is a kobold soul knife rogue.
Those are certainly all words.
Yes, they are.
And I'm Sabby, I'm your Dungeon Master. You guys ready to play a game? Alright, let's fucking do it. Previously, on The Forgotten. The rescue brigade set out on their first... Nope, this is my recap from last week. The rescue brigade, last time, successfully saved the Greenest Mill with only a few casualties. They left one of the cultists who attempted to ambush them, a young man named Quinn, alive, and learned quite a bit from him, including that the cult came to Greenest from a camp a few miles away, where they were keeping hostages and treasure looted from the surrounding towns. Not wanting to cause any more damage, they helped splint his injured leg, gave him the very fancy shoes that Pod stole in Brunston, and with the promise that he'd bring them some of the profits from their sale, he went on his way. While Marta and Gladness made their way back to the keep in the center of town, Leo and Pod did some reconnaissance, spying on the purple-robed leader of this group of bandits, named Amalia, in a tavern on the west side. They overheard Amalia instructing the cultists to send in their champion and to let him have his fun before they left Greenest. Before they left Greenest behind. Pod and Leo then attempted to follow the cultists to a nearby campsite to sabotage this champion, but were spotted and dragged along when the cultists assumed Pod was one of theirs. Inside a large tent on the edge of town, they met Langdedrosa Cyanrath, a massive blue half-dragon with a love of all things battle and honor. While Leo distracted him with mead and flirting, Pod sabotaged Langdedrosa's greatsword, hoping to give them an edge in the fight to come. And meanwhile, Gladness and Marta, along with their new acquaintance, Sergeant Danson, equipped Marta to serve as Greenest's champion. A plan that might be changing, because Langdedrosa arrived shortly after with Leo on his arm, and challenged the city to send out its best fighter to meet him in single combat, and in return, he would free the 4 hostages he brought with him, which Mutt immediately recognized as her sister and her sister's family. And that is where we're going to pick back up. So, currently, Leo, you are with Langdedrosa, sort of in the center of this ring that has formed outside the gate to the keep. Pod, you are back with some of the other cultists and kobolds and folk with the hostages, sort of in this ring that's formed around them. And up on the battlements, we have Gladness, we have Marta, we have Sergeant Danson, we have the governor, we have Red. I don't think there are any more NPCs. There are nameless NPCs up there as well. But Mutt has sort of turned to you and said, "That's my sister."
Oh.
Now, I know we had a plan and everything, y'all, but I'm not about to let somebody fight this fight for me.
I'm sorry. Who the fuck is that?
Well, I don't fucking know.
No, the big guy, the big dude, the blue man. Who is that?
I don't fucking know.
I guess he's the champion. He was talking
That's-
like he was the champion.
I'm gonna kick his ass.
What?
I'm gonna do it.
Do you want to be the champion?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm going to kick that big blue dragon's ass.
You want to explain to the rest of us why you've had such a change of heart?
I don't know if I can. I'm just real angry now, and I don't think I've ever been this angry at somebody in my life. I mean, I've been angry, but that dragon's that half dragon down there, he's going down. He's going down.
Just turns to Mutt. I mean, maybe we can keep the same plan. Just sort of gussy up Glad instead.
She sort of like looks at the mall that she gave you, like looks at Gladness, kind of looks him up and down.
Absolutely not. He cannot hold that.
Now, honey, no offense. I don't know that we're going to be able to pull off the same ruse with you.
I'm not planning on faking anything. I'm a spellcaster.
All right, so you're just going to go down there and fight the very large dragon man.
Yep.
Have you roll something?
Persuasion.
Persuasion
potentially.
seems right, yeah.
Okay. What is that? Okay, that's charisma.
She also has a very vested interest in this fight.
Okay. Duking it out verbally for the fight. Ooh. Can't tell what that is. That is not good. That's a 9.
Yeah, I don't think that's enough. Yeah, she, Sergeant Danzos kind of shakes her head and looks at the two of you and turns and just starts to go and like she grabs her her sword and slings it sort of back across her back to this big like great sword and just starts to make her way down the stairs.
Well, wait. We can help at least. Like we can. I don't know. Glad, what can we do?
I don't know. I can't think straight, and this is not normal for me. I cannot formulate a plan right now. Shit.
Do you have anything that could help?
Let me see what I can do. Hold on. I mean, I could lie to her. We could try that.
I don't know. I mean, unless you could like really pump her up, tell her that she's gonna win. Think that would help?
I can magically lie to her.
I think you hear the footsteps stop and then the boots start to walk back up the stairs.
Did you hear me say that?
And Mutt just kind of stands at the top of the stairs looking at you and she gives you this real like hard glance. You really want to fight him?
More than I've wanted anything for a while, and I wish I could tell you why. Because I am not a fighter.
Hold, please. She looks at you, looks down again, looks back up and says, "All right, pretty boy."
Okay.
You want to fight him, you fight him. you better go down there and kick his ass, because that's some of my family on the line. So if he don't kill you, and he keeps them from me, I will.
That's fair enough.
Well, he said all we had to do was fight, right? He didn't say anyone had to win, just that someone had to fight him.
Yeah, I'm just a little worried that a stiff breeze from a great sword swing might knock this one over, but...
Well, I have something for that. I can't heal you if you go down, but I can make sure you don't die.
Oh, that's encouraging. Cool.
Well, if you're gonna go, you better go. We're wasting time.
All right. I'm gonna go before I rethink this. I'm going. And without anything in his hands, he starts walking down there.
All right, Gladness. You make your way down the stairs, the tower, out through the entrance and the front gate of the keep, and the rest of you see the champion of greenest, the white and pink marbled tiefling, your friend, Gladness, step out to face your new half-dragon acquaintance.
Pod, do you think Glad is like here to like make way for the champion or Marta or introduce her?
I assume this is happening telepathically.
Yeah.
No, I think he's being a fucking idiot. Glad, what the hell are you doing? This wasn't the
Is
plan.
that too?
Yes.
It's like, and he responds, neither was several things that are happening here.
What are you
No, I'm pretty
saying?
sure the rest of this was the plan. We're all doing the plan. You're changing the plan. What are you doing? It was a good plan.
I'm improvising.
I don't...
Why?
As Gladness says this, there is a hearty laugh and a loud sound from the center. I'm going to put facing the dragon sounds good. As Longdedrosa in the center sort of lets out this deep, sort of throaty laugh and kind of bangs on his the metal of his armor, sort of on the pauldrons, and gestures to you, and kind of steps forward a little bit, kind of putting out a very large clawed hand. Champion of greenest, then.
Yeah, that's me.
Do you put your hand out?
Yeah.
He grabs your arm in like the warrior thing, and his hand goes all the way around your arm, like his fingers and his thumb are like touching. And he kind of shakes it, tries not to do it too hard. Well, all right then. You agree to an honorable battle. 1-on-1, single combat, man to man.
Do I look like two people?
You're funny. I like that.
Great.
He claps his hands together. This is going to be fun. And he sort of walks around like a wrestler, sort of walks the edge of the ring. It comes back, pulls the big great sword off of his back, and takes a ready stance. He sort of looks to you to see if you're going to do anything to prepare. This is me as your dungeon master asking if you'd like to do anything to prepare.
I'm a bard. I don't need to prepare spells, but
Does anyone have any buffs at all?
Oh, this is so horrible.
I have none at all.
I pull a little rapier out of, because I have it, and just post up.
Okay, like fencer style.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay. So Gladness, you pull out your rapier, post up, and Longdresser just sort of grins, this like huge, like fanged grin. It's a genuine smile, though. It's not, probably not as evil as you anticipated. Although I can't imagine that you see this man as anything other than the worst person ever. He holds onto the greatsword with 2 hands, sort of takes a stance, and then Leo looks over to you. On your mark, then.
Oh God, I hope this is worth it.
On my mark?
Tell us when to start, darling.
Oh, right. Just like, should I count down or
If you like.
199?
He stands there, stares at Gladness, and waits.
I am
the 100
shaking.
countdown, during the countdown from 100, Pod just to Glad again. So, can I have your stuff when you die? If
I'm
you
not
die.
gonna die.
Okay, but if you die,
You can have. No, you can't have my stuff.
all right. Well, any last messages to like next of kin or anything?
I didn't do this for anybody but me.
All right, good words to go out on. All right, we'll just figure out what to do with your stuff then. After.
Just bury it with me.
Okay.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6. She's just like starting to get slower and slower. 5, 4,
Leo.
3, 2, 1.
And
No?
as soon as you hit 1, this man lets out a battle cry and just runs directly for you. Gladness, I would like for you to roll initiative.
Yay.
What have we done? What?
We've done a horrible thing.
Yeah,
Um,
you've done a horrible thing.
We
You
done
made
bad.
some pretty
If
incredible
Gladness
choices.
Oh,
dies,
okay.
I'm killing you.
Dirty 20.
Hey.
I'm not gonna do the tracker because it's just 2 of you, and we're just gonna see who goes first. What is initiative on this thing? Okay, well, he rolled a natural 20,
But it's rude.
which is a 21.
That's really rude.
So he's gonna
Okay.
go first, unfortunately. Ooh, I gotta pull up the thing because you'd sabotaged his sword.
Mm-hmm. I didn't.
Pod's
Collective
gonna
view.
be the hero here. Everyone else means stupid.
All right. So he is going
I
to
tried,
charge
y'all.
towards you, raise the greatsword, and sort of swing it very wide to the left, and then swing around and do the same thing to your right side as well. Oh, it'd be cool if I rolled the dice. Does a 9 hit?
No. Thank God.
Does a 25 hit?
Yeah, that would hit.
All right, so you're gonna take 11 slashing damage. As the first strike, you sort of jump back out of the way, the nerve sort of heightening your senses a little bit. But as he swings back around, just a full stroke right across your abdomen as the greatsword just cuts into any kind of armor or anything you're wearing. And it wobbles a little bit.
Wobbles.
Val, you're the one that did this. Roll a D100.
Okay.
Yeah, you heard Savvy. You did this. You did this, Val.
I did this. This is all my fault.
I'm gonna
another
say. Just how much you got?
Hmm?
Tell me what you got. I'm trying to pull up the
I
thing
got
that I wrote
an
down.
11.
Okay. So I think Pod, you're sort of watching this very closely. The sword, you can see sort of as he follows through with his swing, the blade is sort of wobbling, like much more than it probably should be. It doesn't separate, but I think he notices it as well, kind of looks down at it, and then starts to take a step back. Gladness.
Oh,
What do you do?
well, two things. Because first, I'm going to use a reaction to his hitting me,
Okay.
which is not part of my turn. I'm going to use Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a second.
He has to save for that.
Yeah. He got let's see. Point your finger, the creature is damaged, momentarily surrounding the hellish flame. No. It just does. I just do.
Oh.
Because it's a reaction to being hit.
This is a spell I always forget to use.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he wants to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so half damage on a...
Yeah, half damage
Yeah.
on a success.
Okay, what's your DC?
It is 13.
Okay. Sure, you're surprised to know that dexterity is not his strong suit.
Oh, shocker.
He rolls a 15, but so he'll still take half damage. What
Yeah,
type
just
of damage it is?
2d10.
What type?
Oh.
I believe it's
I'm
fire.
pretty sure it's fire damage, yeah.
Okay. All right, so we'll roll 2d10 and he'll take half. Oops, I didn't put his hit points on his token.
He takes 4 damage.
All right. Luckily for you, he's blue dragon and is not resistant to it.
Have again.
So you let off this blast of flame, and it sort of crashes over him, and he stumbles back a little bit, not seeing that one coming. He takes a little bit of damage off that. All right, and you can take your turn.
Cool. After that, I am going to cast another spell.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Shatter. A sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from the point of your choice within range. So it's just going to be on top of his head.
Sure.
It is Constitution saving throw, which he might.
He's pretty good at these ones.
Pretty good
So
at
let's
that.
see. Am I good at rolling? That's a 16.
Yeah, that saves. So it's half damage.
Okay. So go ahead and roll that. Was that thunder damage?
Yeah, Thunder 3d8.
Nice.
Well, hopefully I'll do better. It would help if I rolled the right dice. That is 20 damage, so 10 damage.
Okay, making a dent. So you reach out and cast your shatter spell toward him, sort of right on top of his head, and you see him sort of reach up, take one hand off the hilt of his sword, and sort of reach up and put his hand over sort of where his ears would be, and then shakes his head and sort of looks at you with a smile and just sort of like nods approvingly, like he didn't expect it to go on for even this long. He's kind of like, all right, let's do this. Anything else?
I'm gonna use my action to dodge.
I think the
Which-
spell was your action.
Or my move. Can I use my movement to dodge?
No.
Poop. All right, then nothing else.
Okay. So we'll come back around to his turn, and so he lowers his hand from where his ear is, and I think there's probably just like a little bit of like dark blood kind of trickling out, and he looks at you. Now that is impressive. You'll have to teach me how to do that. And he runs towards you again with the sword to take 2 more swings. How about a 13?
No, doesn't hit.
A 22.
Yeah, it hits.
That is going to be 13 slashing damage.
Ooh, I'm still up.
As he connects with your side again, and the sword sort of sticks for a second. And I think you can feel him. He should have leaned into it. And I think it probably doesn't go in quite as deep as maybe he wanted it to. And then he yanks it back out, just sending sort of a spray of blood across the stone outside. Val, go ahead and roll another D100.
D100? Oh, Val.
90.
Okay.
I think.
And
90.
as he pulls back and the blood goes flying, the blade of his sword just snaps off, and you can see it not fully attached to the hilt anymore, and it's kind of hanging off of it. And he looks down at it, but it looks at you, scans the crowd, starts to laugh, drops it on the ground, and then pulls a spear from the big holster at his hip. But that is his turn. What you got, Gladness?
Not a lot. Let's see. I can cast. I'm gonna cast Shatter one more time.
Okay.
Blowing both of my second level spells.
Hey, might as well. You're gonna need to sleep after this.
Yes, I am. I have 1 hit point.
Amazing. I'm so proud of you, honestly. All right.
It's a
Constitution
con saving throw,
save. That's a 7.
He does not save.
Because you
All right.
rolled a is that a natural one? No, it's a 2.
Did you? He rolled a
Was
natural
it two?
1 words. Okay, that's a 3d8. Ooh, we might do it, kids.
Yeah, he's gonna take this one.
That is 12 damage. I wish it was better.
All right, so he takes the full damage on that one, as again he's dropped the sword and then sort of brings both of his hands up and kind of staggers back away from you, shaking his head as the crack of thunder goes off in quick succession after the last one, injuring him quite a bit. Anything else?
Do I have a react?
Want
I
to
can
say
only use-
anything snappy?
I mean, what did he say last? Do you remember what he said to me? said
Because he didn't say anything when the sword broke. So last time you cast the spell, he just said, "You'll have to teach me how to do that."
Oh, that's right. I just cast the same spell, so I'm gonna say in response, you couldn't do that even if you wanted to. Because it's true, he couldn't.
No, he couldn't. You're shit talking him, and he loves it.
I'm
So
sure.
he
Yeah.
lets out again like this booming laugh that sort of follows the thunder crack, and then he is going to make his way toward you because he stumbled back a little bit at the thunder. He's going to kind of almost like jog towards you, and you see him rear back and bring up one huge like clawed foot and go to just kick you directly in the chest. I'm gonna have you make a strength saving throw
Oh, that's not my thing.
so as to not fall over.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I don't can add anything to it, so that's just a straight up roll 17.
That's enough to stay on your feet. So yeah, you feel the impact at you. You stumble back, and I think your center of gravity is lower than his. So you kind of brace yourself, and like you feel yourself just slide back on the stone. But Gladness stays up, and Longdedrosa just sort of looks at him and winks and says, "Well fought. A true champion." He opens his mouth and lightning starts to crackle around his jaws, and then sort of breathing down at your sort of feet and legs, he lets out this huge line of just this crackling blue lightning. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Oh no. That's a 7.
Yeah, that's not enough. I'm not going to roll damage because you only had 1 hit point left. Well, no, I'm going to roll damage for fun. It would have been 25.
I would have actually died. I would have died because that's...
He's not trying to kill you. So he lets out this sort of breath of lightning, and you try to get out of the way, sort of stumbling back even farther, like towards the crowd, but you feel it connect, and you feel the shock sort of hit you in the legs and just like send a jolt up your body, and you sort of go rigid, and everything starts to go kind of fuzzy in front of you, and Gladness falls. You don't have to make death saves. He was not trying to kill you.
Cool. Non-lethal damage.
You're just unconscious.
Can I say something as I pass out?
Yes, of course.
Okay. I'm just gonna like whisper, he's probably the only one who can hear me. And I say, don't steal my girlfriend.
And Gladness falls. In the center of the circle, you see his mouth move, sort of saying something to Longdedrosa, who, Gladness, as you fall, I think you're probably out before you hit the ground, but the rest of you see sort of the very large blue hand sort of scoop underneath Gladness right before he hits the ground, so he doesn't just crack his face on the stone, and sort of lays him down, and looks around.
Marta runs up to tend to Gladness.
Marta, you leave the battlements and you run down to the circle. Nobody stops you. Longdedrosa is sort of moving along, being congratulated. Once again, sort of wiping the blood from his ears, where you did a pretty decent chunk of damage to him, and he sort of looks at you, Leo. Walks up and sort of smiles. So, what do you think?
Well, that was very exciting. I didn't think he would get any hits on you, so that was interesting.
Some very impressive magic out of that one. Always impressed by things like that. I can't wrap my head around it.
Well, I should. Well, well, she's like, she can't figure out if she can check on Gladness without breaking cover.
So, now we celebrate?
Yes.
I need to speak to our small friend about my sword anyway.
Oh, boy,
Mike?
Run.
I'm really deciding how Pod would react in this situation. Can I get a read, like through the crowd and through him looking out, like a read of of Drosa here. Is this like I want to look at Pod? If Pod's like hiding and watching, is it like I'm looking for Pod because I want to crush Pod to death, or because he just wants to ask some like what's his disposition right now?
I mean, he doesn't seem angry.
Okay. I think Pod will chance it and try to maintain his cover, and sort of pops up. I imagine Pod went and like retrieved the blade or something from the ground, and is kind of like inspecting it, like brow furrowed, and says, "That is the strangest. I've never seen a sword break like this before."
Yes, as you can see, I'm having a bit of a sword problem.
Yeah. I think I know someone who might be able to fix this.
I wonder if it should be fixed. Or if it should be replaced. Perhaps this was its final battle. And between you and me, do not want to go into future battles with brittle steel.
It is my people would take this as a bad omen. Perhaps you should get rid of the sword. Perhaps maybe it's a sign of some other misfortune.
Perhaps you're right, Mike. All right, well, let us rid ourselves of the thing. I will have a word with our blacksmith.
Yes, sir. Then starts weighing, like, how much can I get just for the metal here?
Not very much.
Okay.
Marta rolled a 19 on her medicine check, by the way.
Oh, yeah. You can do medicine checks, do stuff. For sure. I'll just say you can sort of patch him up a little bit. He's taken some pretty serious injuries. None of them are fatal, as long as you sort of stop the bleeding and everything. None of the cuts are that deep. They're more just sort of long and kind of nasty looking. But he'll heal over time. So you can sort of bring him back to consciousness. And he needs some rest, but once he's all bandaged up and everything, he'll be all right. His hair's a little frizzy though.
Pat's hair goes and walks up to the big guy. You said the people can go, right?
I did. And I'm a man of my word. And he sort of points at a couple of the cultists that are behind them, sort of points to the hostages, and they lean down, cut the rope bindings on their hands, and back away. So the four of them are free to go.
Puts herself between them and the people and like kind of does the shoe thing to send them back toward Mutt.
Mutt sort of greets them at the front door of the keep, sort of just shepherding them back into the keep. So her sister and her family are now safe inside the keep. They don't look injured necessarily. They're a little worse for wear. Probably very hungry, but they don't look injured or bleeding or anything like that. But they are now safe. Go ahead.
Leo looks to Marta and is just like, is the other champion okay?
He'll be all right.
Oh, good. Good. That's good.
I'm glad to hear it. He's made of strong stuff.
Yeah. This is the closest that you've seen Marta come to a scowl in the weeks that you've known her.
I do have to ask. I saw you leave the safety of the keep to tend to him and come see the hostages. He mentioned a girlfriend. Are you her?
Me? No. No, he's just a friend.
Oh. Well, I suppose she's very lucky.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why he thought I would come between them. Well, no matter, people say strange things when they're on the verge of death or, well, unconsciousness.
Right.
So, he turns back to Leo and Pod. Shall we celebrate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Most definitely.
All right. To the tent, then. We're going to need some more mead.
Maybe you can show us some swords that are working.
Yes, I think that would be fun. Oh! All right. He offers you his arm.
Takes it.
Gladness, you've come back to consciousness in time to see Marta returning to your side. The hostages have been freed and sent into the keep, and you see Leo take Longdedrosa's arm, and she and Pod scamper away with a crowd of cultists behind them.
Did I win?
You got the hostages back, so that's a win in my book.
Did he at least look stupid at any point?
You made his ears bleed a little bit. And he did say it was a good fight.
Great, an honest battle. That's exactly what I wanted. Ugh.
You also thought I was your girlfriend? What'd you
God,
say
no.
to him?
I had no idea.
Maybe he was just like talking smack or something.
I don't remember anything about that. I do remember talking smack, but nothing about girlfriends. I don't have a girlfriend.
I didn't think so. You hadn't mentioned anything. Well, maybe we should head back to the keep and you should probably go to bed.
Yeah, I don't think I'm hurt.
You're real hurt. Like really badly hurt. Like if you fell down too hard, you'd probably die.
All right, sleep it is. I can deal with everything else in life later.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to ask, but could you carry me?
Oh, yeah. Do you want me to make it look like I'm not carrying you?
Yeah, can we do that?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's real easy. So, what you're going to do is that I'm going to throw my arm around your shoulders, and then you're going to throw it around my shoulders, and then I'm actually going to support most of your weight, and then you just kind of have to move your legs like you're walking. It's real easy.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. What a good fight! Come on, let's celebrate. Throw your arm around and then just fucking lift him up.
He's like, yeah, celebrate.
Yeah, just kick your legs a little bit.
Marta, you help Gladness back into the keep, where you are congratulated sincerely by the sort of townsfolk that were watching it go down, and Mutt, who is very grateful that you were able to get her our family back safe and sound. When you are approached by the governor, Governor Nighthill, who sort of pats you gently on the shoulder. Well done.
Yeah, thanks.
Here, we've got some bedrolls and such set out in the actually in the banquet hall. So there's a place for y'all to sleep and such. You're gonna want to rest those off, I think.
Yeah, I feel like I'm about to pass out again. Sleep is let's do the sleep thing. You guys go. I can't believe I'm missing a party, but you guys go party.
Let's get him lying down. I think. We'll I guess pop open some of the casks, have a drink. I'm under the impression, based on what my scouts are saying, that they're on their way out of the city. So.
Is there any juice?
Sure, yeah.
I'll just have some juice. Thank you.
He comes back. You sort of lay Gladness down. I assume pretty soon passes out. Sort of trying to lay as comfortably as possible. The governor comes back with 2 mugs, one of ale for himself, one of some juice for Marta. I don't know what kind of juice they would have in Greenest.
Apple?
It's pretty far south. I want to say it's orange juice.
Okay.
I think it's orange. Got some orange juice. Good for you. He sort of takes a seat on a bench that's sort of been pushed out of the way. They go with these long banquet tables. They're in this banquet hall. And sits down and scratches at the bandages that are covering part of his face.
You shouldn't do that. You'll take the scabs off.
I know. Fucking itches, though.
It helps if you either tap or itch somewhere else.
Yeah, that ain't so bad. Well, I wanted to thank all of you for what you've done for us today, but Gladness there is on the road to sleep, and it seems the rest of your party have abandoned us for the night.
I think they're still undercover, and I don't know if they can really get out yet. And I can't talk to them right now. But Glad could, but I can't. So I guess we'll find out in the morning.
I sure hope so. I hope they're all right. For all your sakes. Seem like good folks.
Oh yeah, they're real nice and real smart and real pretty.
Yeah. Oh, I promised to pay you folks. I suppose I can just give the payment to you and you can split it up between everybody.
My impulse is for Marta to say, "Oh, don't worry about it."
Somewhere, Pod, just don't do it.
Don't do it. I'm gonna roll. 10 or less. She says, "Don't worry about it." 11 or higher. She takes the money. I rolled a 1.
Pod's gonna murder her.
I almost died for this.
Oh, well, you don't have to do that. I mean, what? You know, why don't you give it to Glad?
All right. I'll leave it with his things then. Thanks again.
You're welcome.
He pulls out a pouch, like a leather pouch, and sort of sets it down next to Gladness's things, kind of tucks it up in next to, I don't know, like your bag, so nobody will mess with it, and then pulls out 2 vials, some sort of like dark liquid inside, and tucks those down in as well. Get some rest. I'll see all y'all in the morning.
Good night.
Good night, Marta. He downs the rest of his ale and stands up and heads off.
Drinks her juice. People watch us for a little while.
Mostly just people getting ready to turn in for the night, except for the few of the guards who are gonna stand watch.
Takes out her tome and starts writing the whole epic battle out for Baz.
Write it all out and eventually turn in to get some sleep. Pod and Leo, you head back to Longdedrosa's tent where you were before. And he immediately sort of breaks out some mead and serves it to the 3 of you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. So, we leave tomorrow. I assume you're both aware.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm.
Heading back to main camp. Though I'm not entirely pleased, I do sort of like it here in Greenest. I imagine the people don't enjoy my presence very much.
Well,
Yeah, they might not be the biggest fans of you around here. Might want to give them some time to cool off.
All in good time.
Well, what's everyone doing after this? Back at the main place.
Well, it's quite the walk, so I imagine it's going to take a bit of time for everyone to get there, and imagine they'll want to turn in and get some good rest before we pack it up.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking, given how the fight went down, they're probably they might be on edge a little bit back in Greenest. And I'm kind of worried they might send some, I mean, they had apparently some pretty powerful magic users with them, right? I'm worried they might have more. Might try to attack us while we're on our way back, exposed or whatnot. I think I got a pretty good lay of the town. Maybe I should scout, make sure that nobody's coming back to attack us.
Not a bad idea. And I don't want to keep you from your work, Mike.
I mean, I'm enjoying hanging out. It's a lot of fun. I don't want to cut the party short or anything. Just, I'm always thinking ahead. That kind of person.
Yes, I see that in you.
Yeah.
Well, yes, by all means, I think it's a great idea.
Cool. Well, I'll just leave the 2 of you to it then. just take my drink to go.
Raise the alarm. If you see anything, well, you know what you're doing.
Of course I do. I'm Mike.
Bye, Mike.
Pod leaves. Leo, you are alone with Drosa.
So, what do you usually do after a fight to relax?
Well, I suppose it depends on the fight. And how injured I am, how tired I am. Rarely am I very injured or tired after a fight, though, anymore. It is hard to find decent opponents these days.
Well, Greenest isn't a very lively place, and there's not a lot of big cities around here, I don't think. Like, have you ever tried going out on your own to one of the bigger cities, trying your hand at like gladiatorial fights or anything like that, where you might find someone who could be more of a challenge?
You know, I'd considered that. Actually spent a little bit of time in Baldur's Gate a few years ago for work, obviously. But I did have the chance to get in a scrap or two. Quite lively, the folks of Baldur's Gate are, and very drunk most of the time. Yes, it's something I've thought about.
Well, it seems like you really enjoy it, so like, why not?
Well, family obligations, mostly.
But do you ever, I don't know, think your parents might be wrong?
Why would I think that?
Well, they don't always want the best for us. They sometimes want the best for themselves, which can hurt, other people.
I suppose I never thought of it that way.
Of course, family's super important, but I've found that the family that you make rather than the one you're born into is kind of the one that you should stick with sometimes.
I like that. Though some of the folks around here are like family to me.
Oh, that's nice.
What about you?
Oh, well, I have a really big family, actually. Haven't seen any of them in a while, but, been traveling, cultists and all that.
Very exciting work, isn't it?
It has its ups and downs.
I've come to really like being in front of crowds. It's not a thing I ever thought I would be good at, but I find I like speaking to people.
Well, you're very good at it, so.
Thank you. It's quite the feeling, though. Turning people to a cause. Giving them something to believe in.
Even if that thing is just a giant dragon.
Well, more than one.
Right. More than one. Lots of dragons.
How long have you been with us, Leo? I feel like I would remember seeing you around.
Well, to be honest, I've just been traveling and just thought it looked fun when we arrived in Greenest the other day, so I thought I'd come and introduce myself.
Ah, a new initiate then.
I don't think there's even like an official thing for that for me yet. I just wanted to meet you.
Well, I'm honored. And I'm glad you came.
Thank you. I am too.
Would you like some more to drink?
Sure.
He pours some more mead, and raises the mug to toast. Well, praise to Our Lady's glory, then. Long may she reign.
Long may she reign.
He takes a big swig, sets the mug down on the table, and then just looks at you across the table and says, "So, will you be staying the night?"
Here?
"Yes."
Sure.
"Excellent. Unless there's anything else you'd like to talk about,
Nope.
I'm going to, if you are amenable, fade to black over that one."
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. So we'll fade to black over Longidros's tent.
You're
you
forgiven,
can
Morgan,
decide-
from before stream. Thank you.
You can decide how that night went. All right. Pod,
Yes.
you leave the tent. Mug of mead in hand. It's very large mug.
Pod like takes a sip of it. Too sweet. Dumps it on the ground. leaves the mug there, and goes scampering back off towards Greenest.
Okay. You're just like right outside the edge
Yeah.
of town. So yeah, you go scampering off.
Back towards the keep, wants to like rally with the others and get a plan before everybody heads out. I think at some point, like, it's a little bit, and it's just like, Leo, if you need any help with anything, just like let me know. This is probably going to be up for a little bit longer.
Fine. Actually, you don't need to come back.
Okay. Have fun. Oof. And just heads right back to the keep.
All right. It's relatively easy. The streets are pretty clear. The only cultists or bandits or anything you see are actually moving out. And at this point, they don't really pay you much mind. They're used to being. A lot of them are kobolds, so they're used to you. You fit in pretty well. So you make your way quickly back to the keep. And make your way up to the banquet hall where most people are congregating. Gladness is passed out on a bedroll. Marta is next to him, sort of furiously scribbling away in her notebook.
How's it going?
You're alive! Hi!
I was like, why would I be dead?
Well, you went back to the camp and then Glad's asleep, so I can't talk to either of y'all, and then I didn't see you for a while, and so I was hoping you're alive, though.
I was wondering why he wasn't picking up.
Yeah, he basically fell face first into his bedroll and fell asleep. I'd do the same thing if I was cut up like that.
Well, seems like Leo's doing the same thing, so I guess the two of us need to do some planning.
Getting cut up or falling face first into a bedroll?
The latter.
Oh, she's tuckered out. Okay.
Seemed like she had... Nah, never mind. Alright. Yeah.
That was not Pod. That was straight up Val coming out there. Sorry.
There's a very thin line between Pod and Val right now. Well, my cover's still intact. So we can move in with them when they start heading back. What are y'all gonna do?
I know. Everyone in town seems to be all right now, and since they're moving on, they'll be all right. They're gonna rebuild and everything.
Right? I don't suppose you and Glad can do some magic-y stuff and blend in.
Yeah, I can make myself look like cultist. I couldn't make myself look like you. I could, but I'd be like a 5.5 foot tall kobold, which I think is pretty tall for a kobold.
That's pretty tall, yeah.
Yeah, so I probably couldn't be a kobold, but I could
definitely
be
get
cultist.
picked first for the basketball team, but
Probably, yeah.
yeah. So like cultist sounds
Mm-hmm.
good.
Yeah, I can do that.
I feel like we should wake up Glad for this.
I say let him sleep. We can give him the lowdown in the morning.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll head back. The brain thingy will probably have worn off by the morning, so I'll hang back. Try to find me when you get there.
Okay. So I'll meet you toward the camp?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Did we get our money?
Oh, yeah! Grab some money. How much we get? She didn't even
1,000
she
gold
didn't
pieces.
care. What?
It's $250 per person.
You know, if you want, I can just hold on to everyone's.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't really need money right now, so you can hold on to mine if you want.
Yeah, that's fine. That way, keep it safe. I will take it, put it in the bag.
I'm asleep.
You have 1,000 gold pieces.
Marta doesn't know about money, man. She don't care. She's good. She's got like 10 gold in her pocket. She's fine.
There's also the 2 potion vials.
Oh.
The healing potions?
Yeah, they're regular healing potions.
Maybe.
I can make you identify dang healing potions. You guys travel around them.
Maybe. Why don't you hold on to those
Yeah.
in case Glad needs one?
Put them on her belt.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to find a place to sleep tonight, so I'm gonna go working on that. Y'all have fun. I'm gonna grab a turkey leg before I leave.
Oh, yeah, get some food. Do you want some ale or some juice? I had orange juice. Have you had orange juice before?
What's an orange?
I guess a fruit. It's kind of tangy but kind of sweet.
There's a bowl of them on the table. This is Florida
It's
now.
one of those.
Greenest is in Florida.
Sure, I'll try one of those too. Pod like loads up on some food, like bundles up. Nice walking snack. Pod doesn't waste food. Except for meat.
Nope.
It's weird.
All
All right. I'll meet you by the camp in the morning.
Alright. I'm not gonna recognize you because you're gonna be disguised, so you gotta like do something to
Oh,
clue
do we
me
need
in.
like a code word or something?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
Orange.
I'll walk up to you and I'll say, "Have you ever had an orange?"
Alright,
Okay.
good plan.
All right. Well, good night.
Good night.
Oh, you're supposed to take. Oh. Well, I didn't try it, so all right.
No, I think Val was miming the turkey
I
leg.
was miming the turkey leg, but I'm down to say this
But what I
thing.
do love the
Please,
image
yeah,
of Pod
oh.
just biting directly into the rind, the bitter,
Pod
bitter
bites
rind
right-
of
Straight
a
up thought
big
it was the orange.
The pod eats that orange like an apple. Got tiny little sharp
Yes.
lizard teeth.
Yes,
Pod eats a whole. The nutrients are in the skin, right?
they are
Definitely.
I don't think that might. I don't know that that's true for all.
chock full of antioxidants.
Pod's the healthiest he's ever been in his life.
The biologist is shaking his head.
No,
Never
that's-
mind.
That's true. The peel has more nutrients in it than the rest of the orange.
I don't know.
Yeah,
that
but there's
that
so much
means you're supposed
cellulose
to-
in the orange peel that you couldn't digest it anyway.
I learned that from Oron High School Host Club. Don't have.
it does not have a human digestive system. It is
Pod's fine.
superior. Can digest the orange.
Pod's stomach acid is literal acid. Just like green bubbling acid. Like dragon acid.
Yeah.
I
I'm
know
gonna
that
write that
stomach
down so
acid
I-
is acid. Same.
So I do that at some point.
Sorry,
It's
I'm
like
fighting.
puke on someone and kill
I
them.
will fight you again. Okay, so Pod, you scamper off to find a place to sleep. Gladness is asleep. Marta is going to sleep. Leo eventually goes to sleep, I assume. I don't know. It's up to you. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. For you guys have full agency over those scenes. I'm not about to tell you what happened. And yeah. So everybody gets the benefits of a long rest. They're all sleeping in at least a relatively safe place. So anything you get back from that, hit points, spell slots, all that good stuff. And half of your total hit dice if you used any. I don't know why I'm explaining this to you all. I'm pretty sure we've all played D&D before. But yeah, I think that's probably a good time for us to take our break. So, thanks everybody for hanging out with us so far. We're going to take a quick break, refresh our drinks, get some snacks, stretch, all of that good stuff, take a bio break, and we will be back in just a few short minutes to see what happens next, I guess. So stick around. We'll be back soon. And welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out with us during our break. We are refreshed, we have drinks, and we have snacks, we have ice cream, and we have energy. But most importantly, we have a loot drop. Our first loot drop of the game, because I have enabled all of the Dungeons and Dragons redemptions in the store because I am a mad person. And I don't care about things getting ridiculous or overpowered or silly, because those are my favorite things about this game. So the way this is going to work, I explain this to the players, I'll explain it to the stream, so you all can yell at me and go, Savvy, this is a bad idea, don't do this, and I'll look down and whisper, I don't care. So what I've done is I've opened this book. It's the Dungeon Master's Guide, for those of you that can't see.
Dungeon Master's Guide.
It is the one with the rules in it, which I don't think I ever opened until we started this show.
This
but
game
what
has
I opened
rules?
it for, no, of course not. What I opened it for were the magic item tables. There are 9 random magic item tables in the Dungeon Master's Guide. I'm going to, because I don't care about things getting ridiculous, they happen to get ridiculous. I'm going to have one of you roll a d10. 1 through 9 are the tables. On a 10, we're going to circle back around to 1. So there's a 20% chance you'll roll from the first table and get something normal, and then everything else we will pick. That's how I'm going to decide what table I'm rolling on. So I cannot be accused of giving you something that's too powerful for your level. And then we're going to roll a d100, and I'm going to give you a thing off of whatever table you rolled.
Glad almost died. You roll it, Sam.
I will.
Thanks, G, for the loot drop. So go ahead and roll me a
Thanks,
d10,
G.
Sam.
Ooh. 4.
2, 3, 4. Okay. And go ahead and roll me a d100.
Can do. 69.
Yeah, this better be good.
This is the
Okay.
second
Again?
to 69 that I have
Second
rolled.
time you've done this in a game.
Okay.
Oh boy.
What have you done in D?
Cow.
Chat. Gladys.
Mm-hmm.
The next morning, you wake up. You are sore. and tired, but healing. You're okay. You stretch a little bit, you roll over to the other side of your bedroll, and your arm knocks into something small and hard. You look at it, and underneath the back of your hand where you've let your arm fall, it is 69. I had to do you pull up from sort of tucked, it looked like it was sort of sitting like next to your bag, kind of propped up and has fallen over, is a glass vial. And it's got a clear liquid in it. But the liquid has these like cloudy sort of spots in it. They look like little clouds floating in the liquid, and all of that liquid floats at the top of the vial. I'm gonna tell you what it is because I'm not ridiculous. This is a potion of flying. When you drink this potion, you gain a flying speed equal to your walking speed for 1 hour, and you can hover. If it wears off while you're in the air, you fall. So you have a potion of flying.
I'm gonna use this very irresponsibly.
God, I hope so. Though that rule text is in the Roll20 chat for
Cool, thank
you if you need it. Otherwise, these items are all on Roll20 as well.
I will take that. That's mine now.
That is yours.
Thank you.
Thank you for the chaos bomb, G.
Grenade. This is basically a grenade.
This is
In
basically
the hands of these people. Okay, but you all awake the next morning. Gladness and Marta in the main hall of the keep. Leo in a tent, in a big feather bed. And Pod. Where'd you go?
Pod has their pack and is sleeping on top of their pack, like under a tree in the campsite.
Okay.
Like a cat sleeping on a pillow.
That's really cute. Okay, so what are we doing this morning? What's the plan? Well, I say morning. You guys tend to sleep kind of late. It's probably like noon. You were up
midday.
Very late. Yeah, it's probably like noon. What's the plan?
How you doing there, Glad?
Well, considering my insides were almost my outsides, pretty good.
All right. We're supposed to meet Pod outside of the bad guys camp.
We're going to. Why?
Oh, but we have to make ourselves look like cultists first. I forgot that part.
Again?
But I remembered.
Yuck.
Well, yeah, because they know what we look like. Like, you were the big champion, so they know it's you.
Oh.
And well,
shit.
I'm real tall. Like, people can pick me out of a crowd pretty easy. So.
What if I just used my disguise kit instead of using magic? I mean, I can just make a cloak.
Alright.
And I got horns, like that's not the problem.
That's fair.
Cool.
Alright, you tell me when you're ready, and then I'll do my thing.
Cool. I'm gonna use my disguise kit to do that.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. I imagine the disguise kit, in addition to like makeup, also
I
has
need
like
a
some...
Holocaust cloak.
It also has some like generic costume bits and bobs. You can have a black cloak.
Cool.
Doesn't seem like it would be too out of the ordinary to be in one of those. Okay. So Gladness and Marta, you get your disguises together and head off toward the western side of town. Is there anything you want to do before you leave the keep?
Say bye to everybody. Bye, Governor. Bye, Mutt. Bye, everybody. We're gonna go kick some bad guys' asses. Bye.
They're all very grateful to you.
Oh, Marta, did we get paid?
Yeah.
Where is it?
It was in your bag,
Uh-huh.
and it was 1,000 gold. So we got 250 gold each.
Oh, okay, because that's not in my bag.
No. I gave it to Pod to keep safe. What? What's wrong?
Okay. Nothing.
Is that wrong?
No. Well, no. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Now, Savannah, we never discussed this. Now I'm thinking about it. Can I just bring in my new character now? Because I'm pretty sure Pod just ran off with the gold.
We do consequences here. That's what the show is called, The Consequences.
Oh, also Shoes Man. What happened to Shoes Man? Quinn.
Well, as you ask me that, as you sort of start to say goodbye to everyone, you make your way out of the keep, and you see a familiar face with a pack on his back, with some things strapped to it, some rope and some bits and bobs and a couple of pans. You see Quinn, who you recognize from before, just adamantly talking to one of the guards at the front of the keep, and he's saying, "No, don't remember what he sounded like."
He sounded scared, basically.
That's good. You don't understand. One of them, very, very tall, very biggish. The other one had horns and sort of white.
Hi, Quinn!
I'll handle this myself. And he makes his way over to you. I came back,
You did.
and I have your gold.
Oh, that's nice of you.
He reaches down and takes a pretty hefty pouch off of his belt and hands it over to you. I told you I would.
Thank you. Here you go, Glad.
Oh, great. And he pours it out and counts it.
And it's 500 gold pieces.
How much were the Revelords worth?
About 1,000.
5,000. Mm-hmm. He pours it out.
1,000.
Oh,
1,000. Okay. Pours out. Goes. All right. Looks good. We're good here.
Great.
Are you gonna go be a baker now?
Well, I'm gonna try. Gonna head up to Baldur's Gate.
Great. Oh, heck, you could buy a bakery with that much gold, right?
You sure could.
Turns out there were some pretty spectacular shoes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just do me a favor. Don't mention this.
My lips are sealed.
Can I give you a hug?
Yeah, okay.
Big bear hug. Lifts him off the ground.
Okay.
Shakes him out.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yes. Thanks.
It's a good one. Probably cracks his back.
I'm off. It's gonna be slow going on the leg for a bit, but be all right.
I'd offer you a ride, but I don't have one. Also, you have money. Buy yourself a ride.
Yeah. I can do that now.
Oh boy, kid, you got a long way to go.
Thanks a lot. Really.
Have fun at Baldur's Gate. Have fun with the bakery. Have fun buying a horse. Have fun.
Maybe I'll see you there.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Right. Bye then. He returns and makes his way, kind of dragging his injured, splinted foot a little bit. Starts to head out of town. To Gladness, you have 500 gold.
I'm rich.
Heck yeah.
I pocket the gold. That's mine now.
So, oh, how the turntables. So the two of you make your way out of town, west toward the campsite that is just outside of it. You arrive, and everyone there sort of packing things up, already having packed up sort of most of the camp, getting ready to leave. Leo, what have you been doing this morning?
Or who?
Both are acceptable answers.
I think Leo's had a very nice morning.
Okay.
And when she feels like she should get up and ready for the day, gets dressed and steps outside and kind of looks around for Pod because she's realized she told him not to come back. And now she doesn't know where he is.
You do see off to the side under a tree a pack with a lot of things strapped to the outside, including a very large hunting trap and some sort of bundle curled up on top of it, so under a cloak.
Gonna approach that and just kind of poke it a little bit.
Just like pops up with the hood. Just like an amorphous blob around with just a little cobalt head sticking up through a hood. Morning.
Morning! Did you sleep out here all night?
Most of it.
Well, why didn't you say something? We could have found you a place to stay.
I found a place to stay.
Yeah, but like a warm and comfy place to stay.
I found a warm and comfy place to...
Okay, but like
I don't see the
in a
problem.
tent with like a bed. Like...
But if I'm in a tent, then I can't see things coming.
Well, you don't always have to see things coming.
So you want me to die?
No, I mean like sometimes you're in a place where like you don't have to worry about that stuff. Well, in an enemy's camp may not be that place, but I mean nothing happened, so.
How was your night?
Oh, it was good. Thank you for asking.
Where's LD?
Drosa?
Yeah.
Still in the tent.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, your Marta and your boyfriend should be here soon.
Who?
Marta and Glad.
That's not my boyfriend.
Is he not?
No, we've just known each other for a really long time.
People confuse me. All right. Like gets up, finally standing, pulls the bag up. They're gonna meet us outside of camp. So unless you have any other business in Drosa's tent, we should probably go meet them.
Do I have more business in Drosa's tent? No, I think I'm done in Drosa's tent. Yeah, okay, let's go meet them.
All right.
She had to think about it.
All right.
Sometimes you gotta think about it.
So, the two of you head sort of to the edge of this little campsite. Again, it's pretty small. It's only a few tents big campfire in the middle, where most of it is being sort of broken down around you. Shortly after, you see Longdadrosa come out of the tent, dressed, ready for the day, spears at his side, and he's cheerfully but very loudly sort of barking out orders at the folks who are breaking down the campsite. And shortly before it looks like everyone is ready to depart, two more cultists approach from the town. Marta and Glad, you see Pod and Leo sort of on the outskirts of this little campsite that's being taken down.
Marta, like, slowly walks over, leans down to Pod. Excuse me, have you ever had an orange?
Hi.
Ah. We had a code word. It was really fun.
Oh, that's really cool.
Should probably have a response next time.
Can be, yes, they're quite tasty.
Gotcha. So, they're packing up here. Anything we need to do, or just like follow them? Or
So we're really following them. Like, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
They said that they've got more hostages back at their big camp, right? We gotta let them go.
No, we don't.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Y'all told Pot. I can't remember how the information about Leosin being there. Did that get?
Mutt told
you.
us, and yeah, Glad told. Yes.
Okay, I wanted to make sure Pod knew that, and that wasn't just me.
Yes, because they asked about your friend Leo.
I was on speakerphone.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
It was on speaker.
Mutt just said he'd been missing from Greenest for a couple of days.
Alright.
But Pod, you would know that.
We gotta rescue my friend.
And all the other people?
Well, and my friend. Mostly my friend.
What about us? Don't we have to rescue us? I just almost died for what reason? Looked like an idiot.
4 people's lives.
Yeah, Glad, what was that? You weren't supposed to be out there.
Neither were you. What was that?
I was undercover.
She was undercover.
Very deep undercover.
I don't remember what kind of undercover we discussed. I thought it was more recon, unless whatever that was.
I mean, maybe you should trust me to know what I'm doing, so...
I don't...
Instead of throwing yourself into dangerous situations.
I trust you to know what you're doing. What I didn't know was what you were doing on his arm.
It doesn't matter.
Guess it doesn't.
As all of this is happening and the voices are raised a bit, you hear sort of heavy footfalls behind you, Gladness, and Pod and Leo. You see walking up behind disguised Gladness and disguised Marta is Longdadrosa.
Oh, wonderful.
Is there a problem? I heard some shouting.
No.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Hi, Drosa.
Morning.
I was giving my report from what I saw last night, which was nothing.
Excellent.
And we were just checking up on the new recruits, right? Right?
All right.
Cool.
Well, I don't know why any of that would require shouting, but I suppose when you're passionate about your work, it just happens. Am I right? Glad he pats you on the back so hard.
I fall down.
Oh, God, I'm sorry. I've got to work on that. He just sort of, like, grabs you underneath your arms and just kind of stands you up.
Like a rag doll.
Yep. My apologies.
Oh, this is so embarrassing.
Well,
I mean, thanks.
I'm sorry, and also you're welcome. So, we've pretty much got everything packed up. Mike, you've given your scouting report from the night. I have had a wonderful breakfast, and I think it's time for us to hit the road. Are you all right?
Yes, sir. All packed up and on it, sir.
All right. Well, then, let's get to walking. It's about 12 miles.
Hey, I love a brisk morning walk.
Of course.
Midday walk.
Oh, we should be able to make it by nightfall at the pace we usually move at. Will any of you be staying behind in the rear guard?
Nope, that's the
No.
answer. Randomly just points to some people over there.
Of course. The masks do make it a bit difficult to tell you all apart sometimes. No. That's all right. Let's get on the road then. There is some extra food left from last night. Are you hungry?
Yes.
Great. Well, I've just been packing it up, and he kind of just like reaches over and pulls like it looks like a crate, but it's on a strap. It's a cooler. He's got a cooler. And he just sort of hands it over to you, Glad. There should be enough in there for the four of you. Eat up. I don't need it.
What? Okay, thanks.
Well, no one wants leftovers to go to waste.
Oh, it's true.
Thanks, Dressa.
Do you want this? And he holds it out to anybody else.
Marta slings it over her shoulder.
Okay. And he claps his hands together, turns about face, and away we go. Another successful day. Already, it's barely noon. And he walks off. I don't know who this man is.
It's just All Might, but dumber.
Amazing.
Yeah. Oh no, he's just Hector.
He's Hector.
Whoops.
I'll be collecting
my-
my check later for my IP theft.
This is my self-insert character. So, is there anything you want to do before you leave the campsite? Already sort of packed up and has everything on horses and is ready to go.
Probably just try to keep to the back because Marta's disguise is only gonna last about an hour, so she's gonna have to either recast it and then probably rest so she can cast it anymore. Yeah.
Interesting predicament.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I used my disguise kit.
Anybody else?
Well, maybe it would be best if we, tried to get some additional, either served as, rear scouts or something like that. So we'd be separated from the main group.
Yeah, and then if we need to, we can, fall back.
Sure.
I was thinking Pod, probably having the most solid disguise out of the group, might try to sort of mingle with some of the other kobolds and pick up any sort of info that he can.
Okay. Do some chatting along the way.
Yeah.
Rest of
Marta will
you
talk
kind
with the cultists for a little bit before going back there for a while.
Hanging out in the back, okay?
Glad is hanging out in the back in a super upsetty spaghetti and talking to nobody.
Glad is throwing a tantrum,
Yes.
which I love. What's Leo doing?
is tries to make conversation with Glad and then realizes that that's not happening. So just huffs and walks over to whatever Pod's doing.
Okay. Let's play out a couple of these conversations then, because I think that would be fun. Let's find some music to that one. Nah. This one. We'll start with Marta, because you're sort of at the beginning of the trip. So you are disguised, I assume, in the same sort of black robe, silver mask type thing. I meant to post a picture of them for you guys so you could see them. And I never did. I'll have to find it. But so you sort of make your way kind of into the crowd, sort of in like the back half of the traveling party. Wander around. You find a particularly chatty young woman who is perfectly willing to hold a conversation with you. She's not wearing a mask. She is wearing this sort of black tunic, which a lot of the folks that are with you, there are actually very few of them that are wearing the masks. Most of them are wearing like a black tunic, maybe with some like light armor underneath them. But they all have let me find it. There they are. They all have these like mantles, like cloaks that they wear over them, almost like a jacket, that are sort of like flared out at the bottom. So they all match essentially. But yeah, she's younger, probably like mid-20s, blonde hair, pulled back in like a high, like kind of messy bun, tanned, like sun-tanned skin, and is just perfectly willing to talk to you. It's been like 10 minutes and she's already bored. So yeah, what do you ask her about?
So, you're one of the newer recruits, right?
Yeah, that's me. It's been about 3 weeks, I think, so brand new.
Nice. When did you join?
About 3 weeks ago.
Oh, right, you said that. Well, why'd you join?
Well, honestly, I've been traveling a lot recently. My family was all farmers, that kind of thing. And honestly, it all started with a dream. I had this real weird dream, all kinds of like, oh man, fire and ice and lightning and all kinds of wild stuff. And I don't know, it just sat with me, like there's something bigger out there, like something more than what I was doing. And my brothers were around to help my parents with the farm and stuff, so I took my little savings, I started traveling, and well, heck, I met up with some people that seemed like they got a bigger purpose too. So here I am. I even got the uniform now. I think it looks pretty good.
It looks real nice. Go back to the dreams part though. When'd you start having them?
Oh man, I've had them for a while, several years at least. They were always real fuzzy though, but recently, real recently, in like the last, I don't know, maybe the last month, I started having them more often, and then they got more clear, and it felt like something. You have the same dream enough times, you think eventually it's got to mean something.
Did you see, like villages burning?
Yeah, something like that. And then real big lightning storm, and like a big flood too.
Yeah,
somewhere.
And fire.
Are you doing some kind of magic?
No, I had the same dreams.
Really?
Yeah. I
Huh.
have them every couple days.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I
Wow.
was wondering what they meant.
Well, I guess you're in the right place then.
I guess so. Have you been to the big camp before?
Yeah. I was staying there before we came to Greenest, so it's all right. I'd rather be in town, but I don't mind roughing it. I'm used to it.
Yeah. Being my first time. Came from somewhere else. So, anything I should know about?
Well, there's lots of guards. There's a couple of watchtowers. I'm sure they told you, but we're supposed to stay away from the hostages, as it were. But they're all right. I mean, they feed them and everything, and Amalia really, I think, just wants the money for the ransom. So, but yeah, we're not really supposed to go near them or anything.
So, like stay 5-10 feet away. Can we
I
talk
know.
to them?
Probably more than that. They, in all honesty, they really don't want to talk to us that much anyway.
Makes sense.
Plus, Resmir gets real mad if you go near that monk guy. Am I right?
Who's Resmir? I don't know that one.
Oh, you ain't met her? Real tall. Real tall. Big snout, big teeth, black scales.
Oh, no, I haven't met Resmir.
Oh, she's the one that set up the big campsite. Well, she spends a lot of time in her big fancy tent, so that's probably why.
Gotcha. So she's in charge of all the hostages at the camp.
Oh, she's pretty much in charge of the whole camp. Yeah, but them especially.
You said the monk guy?
Yeah.
He likes to fight then?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he puts up a heck of a fight. A lot. Resmir don't like him very much, but she keeps him alive and feeds him and stuff, so she needs him for something. I wish I knew what. I bet that is a saucy piece of gossip. I wonder if he's her ex.
You think they dated?
I don't know, maybe.
Does he seem like her type?
I don't really know. She's my boss, so I can really just speculate, but he's a pretty tough bastard, so I imagine he'd keep up with her.
That makes sense. Anyone else at the camp? Important? I want to make a good impression.
Oh yeah, there's a few folks. Mostly they stay back in the big, I don't know what they call it. I call it the planning tent because it seems like they go in there and hash out plans a lot. But you got Resmir, obviously. You got Langadrosa, who obviously you've met. You can't miss him. You got Miss Amalia.
I met her, yeah.
Yeah, she's real nice.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some other guy that's in there, but I don't really know anything about him. I ain't ever seen him. Well, I say guy, I don't know. They're cloaked all the time, so
Do they got a name?
I don't know.
Are they big or little?
Pretty big. Pretty tall. Thin though, I think, under there, but keeps that red hood up all the time. So.
Oh, it's a red one?
Oh yeah, sticks out like a sore thumb.
Did we see a red hood on the roof? No? Okay,
Nope.
Just a mask. Okay, cool. Just making sure.
I found the mantis, by the way. I want to show you this guy. Here's what this guy looks like. Oh, yeah.
Oh, hello!
Spooky.
Quite.
So now we all know. What a hard thing to describe with just words.
Winding down, like 10-15 minutes left before she knows her spell's gonna go off. She's gonna be like, oh, well, I'm probably gonna step off and nature calls. So, it was nice
Sure.
talking to you. What was your name again?
Why do I do this to myself?
I'm sorry.
No, I need to have an NPC name. List. Maya. It's Maya.
Nice to meet you, Maya.
But what was yours?
Martha.
Martha. Oh, nice to meet you. I'll see you around.
All right. Yeah, see you later. Sort of like slows down walking as like letting people pass her and get in front of her.
All right, you fade back into the back of the crowd as your spell is getting close to wearing off. We'll deal with that shortly. Pod.
Yeah.
You're mingling.
Mm-hmm. I think trying to stay a little bit like passive up front, like trying to see like who's talking. I think Cobalt's are in pretty tight social circles, so just like feeling out like first day at high school.
Okay. Yeah, you feel it out a little bit. You kind of walk around, kind of hanging near a couple of different groups. There is a pair of kobolds that I think you walk past a couple of times that are talking amongst themselves, kind of like bickering. At one point, they sort of pull out some food and are kind of sharing it between the two of them. And then I think sort of the second time that you kind of walk past them, one of them, a female kobold, a little bit taller than you, gray scaled, with a very long tail that she kind of uses to keep her balance most of the time as she walks along. Kind of elbows you as you go by. Hey.
What's up?
You hungry?
Yeah.
You're new.
Yeah. I had we kind of joined up before the last raid. Came in from the north side of the town. Everyone else died, but yeah, I'm here now.
Oh, did you live here?
Huh? Oh no, north of here.
Oh, right. What's your name?
Mike.
Mike.
What's your name?
I'm Zoe.
Zoe. Nice to meet you.
This is Laura, my sister.
Laura. How long y'all been with the group, the cult? Or the unaffiliated religious organization.
It's fine. I mean, when you call yourself a cult, you kind of expect other people are gonna call you a cult. But hey, you're in a cult too now, buddy.
Yeah. I'm very excited. I just kind of like the whole thing was a little unorthodox, like how we got involved here, and the leader of my clan, like I said, so I don't really know
That's
where I'm
rough.
supposed to go. Yeah.
Oh well, you're here now. So Yeah, we've been here about 3 months.
Oh, wow. How's it? What's the situation like? What's the vibe you got? I mean, a lot of room for like growth within the group. Like,
I mean, I guess it depends on what you want to do. Oh, here. She reaches into a pack and just pulls a turkey leg out of nowhere. Out of a pack that probably shouldn't fit a bunch of food in it. You hungry?
yes, thank you.
They really don't. That if I had one complaint, it's that I think they underestimate how much kobolds eat.
Yeah, I noticed like they think we're small, so we'd probably eat like half as much as they do, but they also
No,
don't.
my metabolism is crazy.
Right? Yeah, like I eat like 4 of those a day, and they give me like
Yeah.
1, thinking like that's enough. It's honestly inconsiderate. I thought about bringing it up with HR, but I don't think we have one.
Who's HR?
It was a guy back at our clan that kind of mediated any complaints that we had.
Oh,
They
we
killed him
should
pretty
get
quick
one of
too.
those.
Yeah,
Well, I guess if you're the guy that has all the complaints, you probably get killed pretty quick.
right.
Anyway, yeah. Well, welcome. I guess. We try to stick together around here. So.
Yeah. Well, it's glad to meet some people. Been kind of like doing my own thing, not really sure to help. Tried to help out Drosa the other day before the big fight, and like he was pretty cool. What do you think about him?
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty rad. He's super tall. It's wild how tall he is.
Yeah,
Can you imagine if a kobold was that tall? Holy shit, dude.
I think that I don't even know. Like I feel like I'd just be falling over all the time.
I know, right? His legs are so freaking long. How do you even walk on those things?
I don't get it. It seems inefficient, to be honest.
See, here's the thing though, is that Laura had a plan. And Laura kind of hits Zoe and is like, shh, shh, shh. No, he's cool. I think the 2 of us, we get, that's like 7 feet maybe. Between the 3 of us, we get one more cool short friend. Stack us all up, get one of those big ropes. We could do all kinds of shit, right?
That's a brilliant idea. I've been trying. Thank you. I thought I was crazy thinking about like we could get up to all sorts of stuff.
Do you see? I told her it was a good plan.
It's a great plan. You should be
She's a
more
little
confident in your
self-conscious
plans.
sometimes. She doesn't talk that much, so I'm trying to get her to like put her plans out there a little bit more, that kind of thing.
Honestly, if you frame them like schemes, more people listen.
See, I like that. We'll call it a scheme. Anyway,
But yeah. Is there anything like anywhere place we need to go once we get to the camp? Like I don't want to be getting in anyone's way.
well, oh yeah, I guess you're really new, huh?
Yeah.
Well, when we get there, we're kind of all split up. So when there was kind of a big group of us kobolds that all got there at once, so we kind of took the front space in the camp, built up some huts, some tents, that kind of thing. And the back, because there's more room for the taller folks, they got the taller tents back there. And then in the very back, you got the very big tent for the very important people. And then there's the cave, but we don't go in there.
What's in the cave?
Well, that's the thing. I don't really know. When the hunters come in, they ration out most of the food. Goes throughout the camp. We've been having antelope a lot lately. Just like, I've never even seen one. Me and Laura are from way north of here, so we've never even seen one of those. It's pretty good. It's a little gamey, but it's pretty good. But they ration that out through the camp, and then some of it gets set aside. They keep that in the cave. And then Laura has been doing a little scouting around, a little information gathering. She's very quiet. She's very good at listening. You know what I mean? The kind of listening people don't want you to do.
Yeah.
So I think, based on what we've put together, that all of the gold and the other shiny stuff that we've been taking from these towns, I think they're keeping it all in the cave.
Have you gotten curious? I'm also realizing I should have guessed that you're from the north. I think the more that you talk, your accent is starting to come out.
Yeah, it's really starting to get a little intense. You're really starting to sound like a very small berry blue jeans.
But I like it though. I mean, you shouldn't try to hide it. It's cute,
Oh, thanks. Hey, you're pretty cute too. I like the snake bites. It's fun.
Oh, thank you.
It's like a little on the nose, but like enough that it's funny.
Like irony, right? Yeah.
That's the word.
Yeah. Well, have you thought about checking out the cave, seeing what's in it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I just thought about it every day and every night. If I get my hands on some of that, I wouldn't have to do all this cult business. Me and Laura could, fuck off and go to Baldur's Gate or up to Waterdeep or whatever. Live on our own, but I need a job and I don't want to. Well, I was gonna say Resmia, but I don't really want any of them to kill me.
Well,
they're all very big.
I want to keep a low profile here. I don't want anybody thinking that I'm trying to get up to something, but I may have in the past got up into my fair share of trouble.
Sure.
I tend to poke my nose in a little bit. I like learning things. I like seeing. Your accent is rubbing off on me. I'm starting to fall into
I
it.
know, it's very contagious. I don't even know where it came from. It showed up halfway through this conversation. I'm keeping it because I think it's fun. It's nice to be able to be yourself.
It is. But what I'm trying to get at is I'm pretty good at snooping around, finding things, and getting things that other people want. And I think
Cool.
Pod pulls out a gold coin from the stash of 1,000 that he has now, and just flicks it over towards Zoe as a proof of concept.
Pod flicks the coin towards Zoe, and faster than you can perceive, Laura has her hand around it. Sort of in front of Zoe's face. Looks at her, tucks it in her pocket.
Good reflexes.
Yeah,
See,
she's
that's-
kind of the treasurer of this operation. Mostly because she can catch things like that, and I never get a hand on the ball.
That's the sort of thing we need. People with moxie. We need people that can, willing to take those risks to make the first move. But listen, if you're interested, if you're wanting to find out what's in the cave, and if you're looking for a retirement plan that doesn't involve getting murdered on the next raid, I might be able to help you out.
I'll think about it.
All right. Well, it's good to meet both of you. Thanks
Yeah,
for the
you too.
turkey leg.
Hey, keep your head down. Keep that hood up. They see your face too much, they'll know you're sneaking around.
Will do. And Pod, cool guy, just vanishes in the crowd.
Okay. I'm not sure what that accent was.
I don't know, but it's now canon that all northern kobolds speak.
Don't know
they're
where
from
it
Jersey.
came from. Joyce.
I heard way north and I just assumed Jersey. So I mean,
They're from Joyce.
I'm writing
Dragons.
Jersey kobolds in my notes.
That's. See, I had initially written down Brooklyn, but it just really, really devolved. I wrote that down halfway through, and then it just really continued to go just east, and it just kept going. That's what happens when I try to do anything gravelly. It just turns into New Jersey. I'm sorry, New Jersey. Except I'm not. You're fine. So, anything else on the journey? I'm gonna have to deal with Marta hiding in a second. God, you all look like you're thinking so hard. What else do I want to do? What voice can I make her do? Okay, so about an hour in, Marta, your disguise starts to fade. You've made your way to the back of the group, so at least Gladness is back there. Leo has sort of found Pod as Pod is making their way through the crowd, which we'll get to that in a second if there's anything you guys want to talk about. Gladness Marta sort of makes her way back to you. What are you doing about the disguise?
Marta?
Yeah, I know. I look like me again. I can... Nope, I can't. I can only do it one time. I can rest, but I have to rest for like an hour.
We can't do that.
Okay.
I don't think. Well.
I got an idea.
Lay it on me.
I can say I want to join. Because I've been having these dreams. I was talking to this other girl, and she said she had a bunch of dreams about like lightning and fire and floods and everything, and things getting destroyed. And so I could say I've been having those dreams. Mm-hmm.
You've been having dreams about that?
Well, she was, so I could say I was too.
But you just said you all...
I said I could say that I had dreams like that too. Is what made her go travel and want to join the cult. So.
I mean, yeah, we could go with that. If anybody asks questions, I make something up.
Okay. I'll stay at the back and go from there.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe just say you saw us and your dreams led you to this group or something like that.
Right.
Like, you spend a lot of time in the outside. That's feasible.
You mean like in the forest?
There and, place where there's bugs and stuff.
In nature?
Yeah, that thing.
Nature's real nice and powerful.
I don't think it's bad. It's just not my thing.
I know a lot of real nice bugs. I can introduce you.
No, unnecessary. Really, really unnecessary, in fact. But I think for purposes of our plan, just the fact that you spend your time outside and you maybe saw the whole group like traversing the landscape and you wanted to join because your dreams led you, I think that's a good story. I think that'll work.
Well, Longadrosa kind of saw me last night, so maybe I need to stay away from him. He saw me helping you when you were knocked out.
Okay. All right, then maybe it's that, oh God, I hate this. It's that you were so enamored by his powerful show and the dreams that you decided to join. Gross. It'll work, but gross.
I don't think it's gross. He's real handsome.
Ugh. Yeah,
Real
he is,
big
and I hate it.
and strong. Real big muscles. Did you see his arms?
Yes, I saw his arms.
Don't have to get huffy about it. I'm sorry.
His arms almost cut me in half.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I'm being so rude. Of course, he almost killed you.
And the worst part is that he is hot and he almost killed me. Like, how dare he?
You weren't upset that he almost killed you. You were upset that he almost killed you, and he's real attractive.
Well, I mean, I am upset that he almost killed me, but like, it's adding insult to injury, you know? Like, you can't be hot and good at fighting. That's not allowed.
It's not? Is that a rule?
It's a rule.
Pulls out her
my
book,
rule.
like, just gonna write it down.
You know what? Yeah, we'll say that's a rule. That's my rule. You cannot be hot and good at fighting. If you are, you're cheating.
Okay. All right, I'll go with that if anyone asks me.
Perfect. Great. I'm gonna just keep walking.
Okay. If you change your mind about the bugs, though, I have a couple beetle friends in here. They're real nice. Here, come here.
And he like walks away and over his shoulder says, "Unless they poop money, I don't want to be their friend."
Y'all don't poop money, do you?
They both kind of look at each other and just kind of shake both their little heads.
It was worth a shot. It's all right. He'll warm up to you. You want back in? Okay.
Okay. Marta, your disguise eventually fades. Leo, you've made your way up through the crowd. You see Pod sort of on the tail end of a conversation with a couple of other kobolds and then kind of slip back into the crowd. Is there anything you guys wanted to talk about?
What's up?
Hey, Pod.
It's Mike.
Oh, right, Mike. So like, I don't know, is Glad acting weird to you? I mean, I know you've only been with us for like a few weeks, but like, is he acting like weirder than normal, do you think?
Yeah, I've never seen him be that quiet.
I have, but only was really upset about something, but like he won't talk to me, so like,
Well, is he upset about something?
I don't know, he won't talk to me.
Or maybe he's upset about you.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, that would make sense with the whole not talking to me thing, so.
Maybe he's upset because the LD beat him up.
Yeah, he has kind of a fragile ego, so.
I've noticed that.
Yeah. I mean, he tries to pretend like he doesn't, but he's really bad at it, so. That's why he plays musical instruments and isn't in an acting troupe.
I don't understand the connection, but I believe you.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess,
I mean, did you tell them that you banged the guy that beat him up?
do you think that'd help?
No, I think that probably would make it worse. You people tend to get pretty upset about that sort of thing.
What do you mean, you people?
I mean, like, non-kobolds. We live a very, like, different lifestyle than y'all. We don't get as hung up about, like, that sort of thing.
All right. Well, I don't know. I mean, he acts kind of like protective over me sometimes, so maybe that's it.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, I thought he was your boyfriend.
How long did you think he was my boyfriend for?
Like, since we met.
Why?
I don't know. I just heard that word somewhere and it seemed to apply. Like I said,
I mean,
we don't really use, like, labels.
He's a boy and he's my friend, so.
Is that what that means?
No. Well, nice talk. Have you like been like finding out anything else about like where we're going and
Yeah,
what's going
apparently there's a
on?
big cave full of money.
Oh, well, that'd be nice for you.
Yeah. So I talked to some other kobolds. They're pretty cool. And I think I'm going to try to steal it. The money, not the cave. Cave would be hard to steal.
Not impossible, but difficult.
No, I'll just steal the money.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go walk with Drosa. So nice talking with you. Thanks for the advice that you didn't give me. Bye.
Okay, I'll see if he gets angrier when you're walking with your new boyfriend. I don't know if that's the right word. Okay.
Leo, you make your way up toward the front of the group. You literally can't miss the 8-foot tall blue dragon man, who is sort of leading the charge. Every so often, as you're walking along, if people start to sort of lag behind, he will do obnoxious things such as start clapping and walking in rhythm, or start to sing songs and things that he wants everyone to join in with. And many of them do, happily. And some of them are like, okay, yeah, sure, we'll keep him happy. Whatever. So you make your way up as he is shouting, because all he knows how to do is shout, but somehow kindly, at a couple of folks who have started to flag a little bit. And he's like, come on! It's probably only 7 more miles. Huh. Leo, there you are.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Marching, walking. It's really exciting.
I think so. There's something nice about the rhythm of it all. And
Yeah.
doing things in a group, I find, is always very fun.
Yeah. You know, one of my best friends is like really good at like playing music and stuff, and like sometimes we sing together, but like we haven't done that in a while. So it's nice to sing with like people around like all over the place and then in a big group.
Well, you'll have to join us tonight at camp before we all go to sleep. A few of us always sit around and sing campfire songs and things.
That sounds really fun.
Yes.
Well, I just wanted to see what was going on up here. Because, you know, the whole monotony of walking.
Right. It's nice to make your way around the group, talk to different people, that kind of thing.
I think so too.
But your
Making
company is
sense.
welcome here at the front of the company, as it were.
Great. Well, maybe we'll spend some time up here with you.
Excellent. I'll teach you a song.
Cool.
I have no idea what song he would teach you. But I'll think about it. All right.
Song about the lusty Argonian wench.
It's probably something like that. It's probably something raunchy. It's like an old sailor tune.
Yeah.
It was fun. Yeah, so you walk at the front for a while. Pod, you continue to mingle. The rest of you walk in the back, and you make it most of the way. Marta, I think, before anyone notices, because you have managed to stay to the back, that you haven't been with them before. And the walking company actually stops for a few brief moments, as Longdadrosa goes to a couple of the people in the masks, in the silver masks, and charges them with staying on rear guard. He is not subtle about this. You all can hear sort of this plan. So essentially what he does is takes a couple of them, a couple of more veteran fighters, and then a few of the newer initiates, the new acolytes, puts them together into a rear guard, and they are to stay in this position as you are getting very close to the camp, essentially to either ambush any smaller groups that come through to get rid of them and keep them away from the camp, or to talk down any larger groups that would potentially come this way, and just sort of keep people away from the main camp area, so the main gate guards don't have to deal with them. So he starts to put together a rear guard, gives them a nice pep talk, and then I think as everyone is getting ready to go, he notices you, Marta. I know you.
Hi.
Friend of the champion of greenest.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Well, that was really impressive last night.
Well, thank you.
Uh-huh. And, well, I heard someone talking about how, they had some dreams about fire and ice and lightning and stuff.
You spoke to Maya.
Yeah.
Yeah, she joined us recently due to those dreams she was having. You have something similar.
Yeah. Every couple days. So it kind of made sense. So I thought maybe I could join.
Going to have you roll. It's persuasion because you're telling, I guess, the truth, but it's also deception. I'm gonna come down on the side of deception.
Okay.
For this one.
15 plus 2, 16.
Okay. It might. Let's see. He was also rolled a 16. I said tie goes to you guys, so tie goes to the party. It's my rule because I think that's fun. The smile sort of fades off his face for a moment, and he looks at you very seriously, sort of, and you can tell, like, he obviously puts on a great show, but this is sort of a battle-hardened warrior, and he looks at you. Maya doesn't like to talk about them, the dreams. Do they trouble you?
They don't trouble me. I guess the only thing that troubled me was what they meant. I was afraid it meant that, like, the whole world was gonna end and, like, everything was gonna blow up, and that would be kind of sad.
I see. What's your name?
Marta?
Marta. He like puts a hand on your shoulder and looks at you. Dreams are hard to understand, especially the ones we remember. All right. And I'm sure these are frightening. World-ending events. Fire and ice and all of those things. But they brought you to us. The world's not ending, Marta. It's beginning anew. You're in the right place. I'm glad you came with us. Once we get to camp, I'll introduce you to Amalia and to Resmir.
Okay.
We'll find your spot with us.
Okay.
Excellent. Well done. This is a wonderful day. Well, we've got a bit of walking left to do. Join us.
Okay.
And he sort of turns to the group that's around him. Marta! Everyone. Our newest family member. And they get back to walking. Leaving the rear guard in the rear view. You, as night falls around all of you, you make your way with this traveling group into the southern plateaus at the edge of the green fields. And as the sun finally sets, you make it to this camp. The camp is set up in essentially the hollow of a rocky plateau. So there are plateaus sort of forming essentially like a horseshoe shape around it and down sort of in what is hollowed out like a valley, but with plateaus around it instead of hills. There is this camp. The lower bits of the plateau sort of slope up very gently, and then the higher parts are very like sheer cliff faces, reaching almost like 150 feet up. So it's a pretty steep climb if you were to have to make it. There are, at the cliff bases, like boulders jumbled around in heaps, and the level tops of the plateau are all covered in this very tall, like 4 to 6 foot tall grass. There's shrubs, there are some small patches of trees, and the steep sides of the cliffs are all dotted with shallow caves. You all make your way with this traveling group up to the entrance. At the entrance, there's one about 20 foot tall guard tower, and then you can spot sort of out in the distance atop one of the plateaus another guard tower. It's basically just timber kind of lashed together with rope. They're very clearly temporary. And as you all make your way into this camp, you see a couple of things. There are these makeshift tents clustered in clusters kind of all around the camp. They get bigger as they go back into the hollow, so it's essentially like it's horseshoe shaped, and you walk in, there's smaller tents in the front, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger. There's one very, very large makeshift tent in the back, and then behind that you can see the big entrance to a like darkened cave, a bigger cave than the ones that are dotting the cliffside. As you make your way in, everybody starts to sort of take their things and scatter, some going into different tents, some making their way to a few of the campfires that are spread around, and then a few of them kind of making their way into the back of the camp. And as you enter, and everything sort of opens up before you, off to your right, you see there is a section of the camp where there are essentially these large like wooden stakes, like fence posts, almost sort of tall, like 5 or 6 feet tall, that have been driven into the ground, and you see several people that are bound at the wrists and sort of chained to these large stakes. And let's see, we're almost out of time, so I'll leave you with this one. Pod. Yeah. You all make your way into the camp, I think taking real notice of the prisoners. There are about 20 of them around these things that are sort of tied at the wrists and then attached to a chain. One of them, most of them are sort of scattered around on the ground. They're sitting, they're, kind of talking amongst themselves quietly. Some of them are eating, that kind of thing. They look a bit rough. They've been through a lot. None of them are like very injured or anything like that, but they've kind of had a rough go of it. But Pod, one of them is standing and is chained very, very close to this post with two guards sort of standing on either side of them, and you recognize them. They have this this sort of yellowish skin, long pointed ears, these tattoos that are sort of running parallel to each other, this in a pattern along a bald scalp, in essentially a vest and breeches, barefoot. Your Gith friend, Leosin, who's sort of standing there, looking in pretty good spirits and talking to a few of the prisoners that are around him. And he looks up, and there is sort of a flash across his yellow eyes, like a cat's eyes in the darkness, and he just looks directly at you. And I think we're gonna leave it there for today. So that's where we land. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us today. Thanks to my lovely players for all of that. It was wonderful. I enjoyed every second of it, and I hope you did too. Oh man, it always throws me off because there's not like an end of session thing in Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm used to doing that. I think we should start doing stars and wishes, because I think that's fun.
Let's do it.
So I think I'm gonna start doing that for this game too, so I can take those into account for everybody. So for all of, some of you I know what those are, but for those of you at home, so stars and wishes are this great thing that some wonderful people have come up with and started implementing at the end of sessions of tabletop games, in which you pick a star and a wish. And your star you can give to another player or your GM or what have you for your favorite moment in the game, something that made you laugh or something that you really applaud as either good role playing or good use of abilities, or just your favorite thing that somebody else did and you want to highlight and say, hey, you did a really good job. And let them know that you appreciate that. And then they can take that and use that information to say, hey, this is a thing that makes the game better for my party. And then wishes are just a thing that you would like to see in the game going forward. It can be very simple. It can be a moment you want your character to have. It can be a scene you want to do. It can be more dragons, something like that. It can really be whatever you want it to be. And I'm going to write them down. So let's do, because I like this mechanic, and also I desperately need something to do at the end of a session, or else I don't feel like there's a button on it and I'm stressed for a week. So let's do stars and wishes. I won't call on anybody. Who wants to go?
I can go.
Okay.
For star, I want to give it to Sam for a very entertaining champion fight. And for wishes, I would like a baby dragon.
Baby dragon, please.
Baby dragon.
I want a baby dragon.
Baby
Christmas.
dragon.
Considering what happened in this session, you should be careful what you wish for.
The monkeys. Sam.
Ask and ye shall receive.
Baby dragon.
Okay, I want an egg. No, that doesn't
No.
help either.
No. I think
know what I
understand
mean.
what
Use
you
your words.
I think I got it.
carefully.
I think I got
This
it.
isn't a monkey's pie. I think it'll be fine.
Have you met Savannah?
Yeah.
I'm the literal living incarnation of a monkey's paw. I think those are great. Baby dragon, you. It's my favorite card. I'm Joey Wheeler. Yeah. Starting to show my age on this stream.
Love it.
Who else?
I want more of Zod.
That is wish.
That's the ship name that me and
Zod.
chat came up with for Zoe and Pod. It was very, very entertaining, and I liked it a lot.
Pod's Jersey girlfriend.
Yes, I need more.
I bet she knows where there's a baby dragon.
Yeah, bet she do. Maybe she'll show you sometime.
I don't know how to feel about any of this.
That's the fun of it. We're gonna figure it out along the way.
My wish is for more drama between Glad and Leo. Because I was eating that shit up. Please. Please. More. Nom 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 nom.
I'm a big fan of Gladness's whole deal.
Just his inability to.
Yeah, he can't.
He cannot.
And I love it.
He can't.
He just can't. And I love it. I'm a huge fan of it. Who else?
I'll do my. A couple of mine got stolen, so I'm grab mine before it doesn't. I'll give mine to Morgan for taking one for the team and boning.
Didn't want to take the obvious one, so I left that for somebody. But yes. Same.
First bone.
It was so hard for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it
it was.
Oh, you seemed like you were real torn up about it.
Yeah, so that's my star. I was also gonna wish for Baby Dragon, so I don't know where to go with. I'm gonna wish.
Dragon. You guys can wish for the same thing.
No, I want mine to be unique. I think my wish is to get as many of these cultists on our side as possible until we have a small army of former cultists.
Of
following
counter
us
cultists.
around. Counter cultists. Who got very culty at the end of the session there.
I just wanted to remind you guys that they're a cult.
Yeah.
This cult calls themselves a cult.
They got super culty.
Yeah. Gotta bring the message to the people, am I right?
Okay. I guess that means it's me. Yes. I want to give my star to Sid because I think Marta's just also an ability to, but in a very different way, is wonderful. And the chemistry between like her and just every single other person in this party is fantastic. So that's my star. And my wish is I want Glad and LD to to have a music battle next. Because the man likes rhythm, he likes singing songs, he likes stomping. I'm feeling something there.
Okay.
Battle of the Bands.
I literally said they all gather around the campfire to do songs. So guess what we're doing next week? It's that. Bard battle.
Bard battle. Battle bards.
All right. Those are awesome, and I love them. All right, everybody. I've taken up enough of your time tonight, I think. Thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight. The show is everything I wanted it to be, and I think it is going to turn into so much more. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us in chat. We love you so much. We're so glad that you all are enjoying this little show that we put together. The premise was kind of wild, and we kind of did it last minute, and we're like, maybe we should just do this. And I said, okay, we're doing this. How does 2 weeks from now sound? But yeah, we took these characters who didn't really have a home and put them all together and said, this is your home now, and also dragons. It's been really great so far, and I'm really excited to play it more. But yeah, thanks for hanging out in the chat. Thanks for chatting with us. We love all of that engagement. Thanks for buying stuff in our stream store. Again, you gain XP for every 10 minutes, I think, that you watch of our streams. So there's an XP command in chat. You can see how much you have. There's a store command in chat. You can buy all kinds of things for our characters. We had a wonderful loot drop earlier, and yeah, I'm not changing it because I think the chaos is fun. So yeah, thanks, everybody. Does anybody have anything they want to plug before we head out of here for the rest of our Monday night? All right. Well, you can join us for our next live stream tomorrow, Tuesday, for Tabletop Tuesdays, again at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We have another episode of our Masks game, the Squire Squad. It's a bunch of teenage heroes at hero training, just doing their best. I'm guesting this week as a guest player, as an AI turned human. And her name is Miku, and her hero name is Kitsune. And I did just make a character based around a Hatsune Miku joke. So yeah, she's an AI and might be working for some bad people that the squad doesn't know about. So come see me cause a bunch of drama. And then we've got the rest of our streams throughout the week. We've got Elegant Magics. We're playing Good Society on Thursday. Neon Souls, we're playing Fate on Friday. Saturday Night Star Power, we're playing Fate on Saturday. And then I'll be back in the driver's seat on Sunday for a lot of these folks on Sunday for Monster of the Week. We're slaying the slaying verse. The slaying 101 verse is back. So yeah. I guess that's it for us tonight. So follow all of these folks on the social medias, Twitter, Instagram, that kind of thing. They do a lot of good work on and off this channel, and they deserve your attention. Give it to them. But we'll see everybody tomorrow, but we'll see everybody for this show 1 week from today. So until next time, good game and good night, Internet.